Alright, so here we are in the good old hallway as per usual. It's a good thing I'm recording this real early in the morning so I get the sunlight in the hallway, because honestly using the ceiling lights for this would be horrendous. So here is the doorway, but before we get into that, on the left side here we have a Snafu tapestry. Below that we have a KenKen collection Congo tapestry. Next to that, Persona 5 tapestry. Yamada-kun and the Seven Witches tapestry. We got a Monogatari tapestry. Melty Blood poster. Right side we have an Inuyasha wall scroll. And then we have a Kazuki tapestry from Gusaya. I'm pretty sure this is the exact same as last year, so. Inside the room it has changed slightly though. So it just slides open like that. And then you're inside the room. Alright, so here we are in the room. This is pretty much what you're gonna see when you first step in. Yeah, nice. Alright, so we'll start off with this, since this is actually new. This is like a little stand shelf thing that I actually got from my aunt. I'm mainly just using this as like a Fumo display, so we have a bunch of Toho Fumos. Right behind the Fumos there's an Atoko cloth poster. On the first layer of the shelf here, we have my Unicount volumes 1 to 12. Pretty nice. We got a Fate Extella PS Vita limited collections box. We have the 3 Dragon Sisters. Looks like Dusk fell down a little bit. Let me just bring her back up to speed. But yeah, so we got the 3 Dragon Sisters from Arknights. So Dusk, Ling, and Neon. Down here we have 2 more Fumos, and then we have my visual novel collection here on the bottom. Fates Denied, Colorataraxia, Mihoyo, Tsukihime, Ballbusters, Tomio After, Rewrite, Canon. On the right side of that, we have a Majikoi tapestry. Next to that, we have a Rin tapestry. I've had this for years now. I think like 2015 probably. Next to that, we have a long Taco Bunny tapestry, Azur Lane. And then right there is the door curtain, Beauty Camp. So we got Rin and Nadeshiko, of course the other members on the side. Behind that is the door, and it has an Akano tapestry and a Fate Extella Link tapestry. Next to that we have a Nero tapestry. Below that we have this is actually a new addition. This is an IKEA Millsbo glass display cabinet. I mean, it looks nice and it holds a lot of stuff, but it was kind of expensive. It was about 300 Canadian, which if you're in the figure collecting scene, you probably know that IKEA detolfs were a thing, and they still are a thing. It's just that ever since the pandemic, they've massively increased the prices on those things. So you used to get them for like 60, 70 bucks, which is really good pricing for what they look like. Personally, I really love the all glass look. Even the Millsbo, I think looks nice, but it does have the black bezels, which, you know, it does make it a little bit more sturdier, but I do prefer the all glass look. It's just, you can just look at it from multiple angles and it's just easier that way. So I figured if you're going to be spending that much money on a display cabinet, you could probably splurge a little bit more and get something else. But yeah, anything in this shelf right here is actually not concrete. I just put them there just to kind of fill up space for now. I still have a bunch of figures that I need to open that I'm probably going to be putting in here. So yeah, although this top shelf layer is probably going to stay the same. So we have a bunch of Arknights figures. So we have Chen in the back, Hoshiguma, Scotty, Amiya, and Neon. I'm probably not going to try to go over every single figure in this video, but I do have a figure collection video from like 2020 you can watch. I haven't actually made a new one in a while, but down here we have St. Louis, Angelina, and Maureen. And below that we have Barbara, Kaching, and Mona. And then below that we have my Azur Lane 1/4 race queens of Duke of York and Prince of Wales. Behind that we just have a couple of prints. They're kind of hard to see, but there's like a Tifa print, a Masashi tapestry, and like a John poster down there, and a Tomio poster there. Next to that we have a Final Fantasy VII tapestry, which, by the way, anyone hyped for Rebirth? Speaking of Final Fantasy though, I'm really excited for 16. I don't have a PS5 yet. I'm gonna try to get one within the week, but we'll see how that goes. Down here, let me turn on the light, is actually where I keep a good portion of the figure boxes. There's like a crap ton of figure boxes in here. There's actually a lot more in the garage because I packed them up in a bunch of Amiyami boxes I had, put them in the garage for storage. Next to that, we have another wall just full of posters and tapestries. So we got like little pamphlets of like Chihara Fudu, Kinimoza, Mihoyo, Clanad. We got some Tamomo prints, another Musashi tapestry, more FGO prints. Next to that wall, we have a No Game No Life Zero 2018 calendar, mini Heaven's Field poster, a big titty Hatsune Miku card, and a couple of Monogatari posters. And a couple of Amiyami cards as well, and a little Madoka card at the top. right here is one of my detolfs. So on the top, we have my 1/4 Hatsune Miku. We have a coconut figure from Nekopara. First shelf here is comprised of Homura. Pretty nice shelf. I do have to say though, if you're in the secondhand market and you're looking for the Homura figure right here from Aniplex, or rather it's made by Stronger but distributed by Aniplex, don't buy it. It is a beautiful Homura figure, don't get me wrong. It's just that it has a really bad leaning problem. Like if you can see right here, she's actually leaning a lot to the left, and it's only going to get worse from there. On the second shelf below that, we have my Hokusai figures, which I have done videos on these already. If you want to go check out those are on the channel. Below that, we have my Reimu figure, Kurisu, Holo, and a little Northern Princess Nendoroid on the bottom. Behind the detolf, we have a couple of tapestries. So we have a Persona 5 tapestry, and then a bunch of Fate tapestries. Here is the main TV setup. Chill here, watch some anime, play some VNs probably. This is the couch. It's got like 2 blankets on it, so these are both Azur Lane blankets actually. Got a Guilty Crown pillow, Churno Fumo, Muv-Luv plushie, Belfast pillow. Okay, up above that is the windowsill. So we got some Fate, Saber Altar ones. In the middle we have a Trails cloth poster, one of my favorite RPG series. Next to that we have another Fate tapestry for the Lion King, and then next to that we have a Steins Gate tapestry. The other side of the TV here, we have my other detolf. So this section, to mirror the Homura one, is my Madoka section. Although there is Mommy in the back there, but I kind of just put her here. Ultimate Madoka is probably one of my favorite figures of all time. On the top of the detolf, we do have Crystal Dress Rem from Eastream and Alpha Satellite. Beautiful figure. Some people might say it's a little bit too blue, but I think it looks nice. Second shelf here is my No Game No Light collection, minus Jibril, because I have a Jibril figure on the other side of the room. Below that, we have a couple of more miscellaneous figures. So we have like Persona 5, Toho, Angel Beats, Miku, Vocaloid, Infinite Stratos figures, God Eater, Attack on Titan, and another Miku. Over here we have is the bed. On the windowsill, we just have a bunch of Blu-rays, Kantai collection tapestries, a Tsukihime tapestry of Arcade, just some video games like from the PS4 or the Switch, Machikoi cloth poster, probably one of my favorite things I actually own in my collection. So we got Korra from Ground Blue, Uticam print, Congo from Kantai collection, Ghost from Line print, another Saber tapestry, Akito the XL. And then along the side here, we just got a bunch of art books. Over here, just more art books as well. The Legend of Heroes, Sen no Kiseki 1-4 collection, plus Hajimari no Kiseki. Complete box. I haven't actually opened it. It still has the plastic on it. More art books, nice print. Some games, Master Chief Helmet, my Nier Automata tapestry. Fantastic game. You should play it if you haven't. This is actually my closet. I got a Kurusu tapestry, Aoko towel, and then I got a Persona 4 tapestry on the side. And this side of the closet actually though doesn't hold clothes that you might expect. It actually holds a bunch of figure boxes. Another good portion of figure boxes I have. Sorry, even with my wide angle lens, it probably looks a little bit cramped. And that's probably because it is. Alright, and that is the first half of the room, the relaxation side. So now before we continue with the other half of the room tour, I do want to thank today's sponsor, Bai, for sponsoring today's video. Bai is a proxy shipping service. They act as a middleman for you when you're buying items from websites that don't ship outside of Japan. Use their service to buy your item from a selected vendor, and then the store or seller will ship that item to Bai, and then Bai will ship it out to you. I use their service a lot when I'm looking for harder to find items that are either out of stock or unmanufactured, because searching on the Japanese secondhand market is a lot better. I'll leave a link down below in the description where you can sign up to their website, and those of you who do sign up with that link, you will get a 10% coupon for your first order. Now, on the other side of the room is kind of where most of the work and productivity happens. So this is the studio portion of the room. I do all the filming, the gaming, the video editing, all that kind of stuff here. So on the other side of the Rin tapestry, we have the Saber tapestry, and then next to that we have a BB tapestry. We have 2 Azur Lane mini tapestries of Duke of York and Prince of Wales. We have 2 detolfs here, primarily just Fate figures, although I do have one Shiki down there from Karo Kyokai. But we'll start with the top here. So we have my Type Moon Racing figures of John and Mordred, pretty nice. We have my Fates Tonight 15th anniversary dress figures of Sakura, Saber, and Rin. And then we have Okita Assassin swimsuit version, pretty nice. Behind that we have a giant Musashi print, Ishtar, and Ereshkigal print. You can't really see Ereshkigal. Left side detolf primarily just has Jaw Altar and Saber Altar. Second one, just more Fate, more Type Moon Racing figures. We have the best Nero figure probably, and Kiyohime. Down here, just more Saber figures. Other side, we have she's not Saber figure, but Arturia Lancer figure, Skasaha Bunny figure. You got Tomomo, Arturia, and Arthur. Below that, we have the Type Moon Racing figures by Stronger, which are fantastic, by the way. Musashi figure, another Saber Alter, and then we have my 2 Mashu figures in the back, another Saber, Mysterious Heroine X, and John. Oh yeah, by the way, if you're wondering about this light, because you probably saw it on the other side of the room, it's actually from IKEA. I believe it's called the Vidja. We have a couple more Fate tapestries and more Fate prints. This side is just kind of like the Fate figure shrine. Speaking of which, one of my posters fell off. I'm in the middle of filming, so I can't fix that right now, but... Top shelf, we have 2 of the Motor Crusader figures, and in the middle we just have the made figure outfits. These are pretty old actually, but I got them for like 50 bucks, so I was like, why not? Second row, we have like the Saber figures from Good Smile, the 1/7 scales. They're all pretty similar. In the main portion here, we have a couple of art books in the back, a nice Type Moon bag, more art books. Centerpiece for the whole thing is the Fates Tonight, The Path statue. The figures themselves are definitely not worth the price, but you're mainly buying this just for the base. Very nice. We have my 1/4 Arturia by Freeing. Unfortunately, I got Freeinged. And when I say I got Freeinged, I mean I bought this first a couple years later. At least it was a couple years later and not like 6 months later. They released a version with the armor. Really wish I would have got instead, but how would I know they would have released that like 10 years later? Who knows? Then we have my John Alter by Lacorn. Look how much space this takes. Not only is the rod for the flag big, but the flag itself is big, and the whole thing is kind of big. Have our little Arturia Lancer plushie. Next to that is another shelf of just more figures, more Fate figures. We got some plushies in the back. My only male figure so far, Archer. Down here, we just got a bunch of Musashi figures, plus a couple of art books in the back. We got a Nidocris Nendroid. Down here, we got my Skasaha and Scotty figures, and then Semiramis is in the back there. Ifrit's box is kind of blocking it. Valimar model kit, which I have yet to put together. This right here are just a couple of figure boxes that I haven't opened yet, so these are mainly just Arc Knights here. And then we have an Azrael Honolulu. That Crony box right there is actually not a figure box, it's a PC case, which you'll see in just a second here. More Azrael figures that still need to be opened, so we have Graf, Formidable, Baltimore. That is the Pandora Hearts manga box collection. I had no other place to put it, so I just put it there. John Alter tapestry. Next to that is my favorite tapestry in my collection, the Type Moon 10th Anniversary Tapestry, B0. Below that, we have another shelf. Dojins, art books, you know the deal. We just have a bunch of keychains, pins, Art Grade Nendroid, Saber figure, Carnival Phantasm Blu-ray collection, Ramis figure from Sound Voltex, Saber Lion Nendroid, and then a Saber Alter Huke print. Above that, John Alter tapestry, which is behind. These are 2 new shelves. These are actually new additions to the room as well. I don't exactly know where these are from. We got these from my aunt, but I think these are from IKEA if I'm not mistaken, but I could be wrong. I kind of just jacked these from the living room. So on top, we have some Arc Knights figures. Probably some of my favorite figures in the collection. Jesus Christ, Arc Knights been getting so many good figures lately. So yeah, on the left side here, we have some more Azrael figures. So we got Atago and Takuo, we got a Kentai Collection Nendroid, another Azrael minifigure. Who's it? Ryuho? Is that her name? I honestly forget. Down here, we have some more Azrael figures. So we got Sirius, Illustrious, and Belfast. Down below, we got my Yuricamp collection, plus Haruhi and Chitoge, plus a couple more art books in the back. Below that, we have my C2 collection, so I believe this is made by Union Creative, this is made by Mega House, and then this is made by Freeing. My only bunny figure in my collection, well, 1/4 bunny figure. I do have Skasaha's 1/7 bunny figure, but yeah. I will be getting another bunny figure next month, or actually this month. But yeah, these are the 2 shelves. If anyone actually knows the names of these shelves, just let me know. Feel free to comment down below. You'll help me out a ton. I'm also trying to see if I can find the glass doors so I can actually get 2 more for the bottom sections here. I tried to look up on IKEA and I couldn't really find anything similar. Anyone's got any info, feel free to let me know. Alright, so over here we have another just like drawer. On top of it we have Huion tablet, a couple of Blue Archive keychains. I've got my mic, old camera, Arena figure, Yuricamp acrylic print, Kagami figure from Lucky Star. On the side of the shelf, we have an Azrael print of Tako and Athogo, and then below that we have a Narmaya print from Grand Blue. Another drawer, it just has a Yuricamp scarf on top of it, and a Grand Archive playmat. I got this at Anime North, because my friend is one of the creators for Grand Archive. By the way, that's an exclusive mat signed by the artist. because she was there. Next up on the walls here, it's pretty much just all Azur Lane stuff, so I'm not going to go into detail. I mean, you can watch last year's room tour if you really want, just to see. Just a bunch of plushies and figures, and a lot of Blu-rays and manga. Spice Move little print there, Trinity 7 box, Azur Lane plushies, C2 figure, Rin plushie, manga. These are all Ami cards. Literally all of them are Ami cards. We got a couple figures, so we got like a Celtine Android, Ghost Frontline, Tomeo, Jibril, my Camp Androids, Infinite Stratos Cat Girl figures, Nekopara art book, more plushies, clear folders. Over here we have some fake plants. Those are just to be put in the background of like photos or videos. Got some prize figures, so we got like Martha, C2, Megumin, Aqua. This right here is actually an original character figure based off an artwork. This was sent in by Solarin Toys, I believe. I'm actually in the process of making the video for this thing still. I'm actually very late with that video. Company would probably never want to work with me ever again, since I'm a little bit slow on that, but that's fine. Here we have my small mug collection. Below that, we just have a couple of more Azur Lane prints, another Azur Lane tapestry, a couple of Fate prints. Here we have a couple more Nendroids. Very cute. Kurisu figures. In the back there, we have a couple of Ren acrylic stands and then a Ren box print thing. I don't know why, but whenever I buy something Trails related on Ami, the bonus is usually just Ren themed. I don't know why, but Ami is always the store that always gets the Ren bonus stuff, which is, I find it kind of funny. Next here, we have my Lin figure from Fire Emblem. Amazing figure for an amazing price. You can actually even get her cheaper in the aftermarket, I think. Like, if you get it pre-owned off Ami, I think it's significantly cheaper than what you get retail, which is, I don't feel ripped off. Honestly, I feel like I paid a pretty good price for what the figure was. Behind that, just another Arrogate print signed by the illustrator. We have my Maya figure from Muv-Luv. And then a couple more visual novels, Magikoi in the back. Alright, so here is the PC setup. What are we running here? We're running a triple monitor setup. So like these ones are like cheap ass monitors from like the mid 2010s. The main monitor and the top monitor are both by LG, 34-inch ultra wide, I think. So I mainly just use this for like color correction and stuff when I'm editing videos, because all the other monitors aren't as color accurate as this one. Main monitor, TN panel, 144 Hz. That's pretty much the main reason why I have it. Once you go from 60 to 144, it's very hard to go back. Here is the desk mat. It is actually the Crony desk mat that I actually got with the Crony PC case, which I will show you in a second. Keyboard is the Ducky One TKL. Had that for years now, I think, since like 2016 or something like that. A couple more figures there. So we got my Reimu Nendroid, C2 little, it's not really a Nendroid, it's just like a mini figure. We have a Shinobu figure, Nidokris acrylic stand, mini Nadeshiko figure, Ahoyo figures, another mug, FGO keychain thing, Botan Weiss card, and this is a Lamy Weiss card SP. I don't really actually collect Weiss, but when I went to Anime North, my friend talked me into buying a couple of Weiss boxes, buying like 5 Hololive boxes, and I pulled Lamy, which is pretty cool. Another Hokusai prize figure right there. And then we have my Switch, a microphone, mic stand. Alright, so down here is the PC. Beautiful case, right? Yeah, at least I think so. So it's in the Height Y60 Crony edition. I recently built this PC last month, so I figured if I was gonna get a new PC, might as well get an anime themed case. If you're wondering about the specifications, running like 3070 Ti, Ryzen 9 7900X, 32 gigs of DDR5. Pretty cool case. And that is pretty much it for the PC setup. Okay, so for the last thing up on the side, we have 2 more shelves. So on this one, we have my Cardcaptor Soccer figures in the back, both by Good Smile Company. We have Stars Bless You, and I forget what that one's called. I can't remember. Oh my god, this is terrible. No, not Pinky Promise. Pinky Promise is the new one. I forget. Oh, I don't even remember. It'll come to me. And then we have 2 Trails figures. So we got Risha Mao. Fantastic. And then we got Altina. In the back there, we got 2 Figmas. I don't like Figmas too much, but these pretty much came as bonuses with games, so that's why I have them. Down here, we have probably the best figure that came out last year. Oh my god, she's absolutely stunning. If you haven't watched my video on her, 100% go do so. So yeah, we have the Ningguang figure there, and then we have Ganyu as well, which I also did a video on too. If you want to go watch that, it's on the channel. Down below that, we have probably, I would say, the best Megumin figure so far. This is made by Alpha Satellite and Eastream. Down here, we have Kuriyuki Hime from Excel World. In the back there we have Kasumi from Persona 5, and then we have Taco from Katsei Collection, and a couple of Muv-Luv prints. Down below that we have my Key 10th Memorial box set. Then we have Nendoroid number 1900 Arcoid Boon Stud. And then this is just a little kit that has a bunch of makeup brushes that I use for dusting. On top of these Detolf here, we have my Belfast figure. Pretty nice wedding dress version. In the first slot of the Detolf here, we have a couple of Saber Alter figures. I'm surprised I actually managed to fit all three of them in here, considering how they're pretty big figures. We got a Tamao Nendoroid, a Musashi Nendoroid, and a couple of little Ichiban and Kuji figures of all the swimsuit servants. Down below, we have John Alter from Alter, a fantastic figure, by the way. If you didn't get the Lacorn one, this is definitely the other John that you should get. And then we get a couple of more Type Moon minifigures. Down below that, we have Okita Alter by Good Smile Company. Fantastic figure, absolutely love her. And then a couple of more Ichiban Kuji FGO summer swimsuit figures. And that is pretty much it. Yeah, this is kind of like the Alter Detolf. Speaking of which, I'm actually gonna get a third Detolf to put right here. For my aunt, because she actually has one. I'm not paying $140 for a Detolf, that's ridiculous. If there's anything I missed, you can go back and watch previous room tours, I guess, but I'm pretty sure that's pretty much everything. I didn't go into super in-depth detail, I think, over every single figure, but I do think I went over a good chunk of them. That's pretty much it, so hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.